Kenyans who are still abroad have opted to stay there because they want to continue with their lives in the various countries when the pandemic is over. This is according to Foreign Affairs Principal Secretary Kamau, whose statement has been called to question. Helen Aura reports on this, as well as a current phase in the war against COVID-19 in prisons.
The increase in the number of people who have contracted COVID-19 continues to raise concern, especially having made its way into areas that the state had initially insisted it was doing its best to insulate. The prisons are among the said areas, with reports of tension in the facilities being cited. The war to keep the pandemic out of there was lost, so now the state says it is working on how to manage it.
We have provided prisons department, wherever they have health facilities, we have provided them with materials, PPEs, sampling material, and they have been equally trained in sampling some of these inmates. Together with the counties, of course, where these prisons are placed, we are collaborating both with the prisons department and with the county authorities to be able to monitor and test these prisoners.
Away from those who have been locked in to those who have been locked out of the country. Some Kenyans who are abroad have had their return facilitated, but more are still away from home. Many have expressed their desire to come back home, but not all have been able to make it back to be with their loved ones.
We have facilitated, as has already been explained, 700. And we do expect a few more to trickle in over the next few weeks as the time goes by, as we find means and ways of facilitating their return.
The ministry also claims that some Kenyans have opted to remain in the countries they are in rather than to return home. Doubts have been raised over this claim, as some of those who are still out of the country are not there entirely out of choice but circumstances, as they say they cannot afford to pay for their flights back home. Helen Aura, NTV.